So this is how you know that your journey is asking you to surrender, that you've done everything that you can possibly do within your own strength, and it's time to surrender. Because when you are in that way where you are pushing, 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 and you're not getting anywhere, you're not progressing any further. Like in the beginning, when you were in your journey and you just started, things were really progressing. You were seeing a lot of strides. You were seeing the ways that you were showing up. You were seeing that you wasn't showing up fully in your sovereignty, that you were showing up in a program. So you have surpassed that now. You recognize the programs. You recognize when you are shifting timelines, when you're not in your highest timeline. You recognize it now. Okay? And now what's happening is you're being asked to surrender. And because we've been in survival mode our entire life, we don't know what surrender looks like. You know, if we are met with something, we know that we have to do it, right? That's not the surrender that I'm talking about. I'm talking about projecting your energy into the future self. I'm talking about living in your head in a program. And I'm talking about living in the past, in the story, in what happened to you. This is what you have to surrender. Okay? You got to get rid of that because that's not serving you. The ego wants to be in control all the time. The ego wants to have you in that way where you're on high alert all the time. But true sovereignty and true embodiment is an inner knowing. It's a knowing that you don't quite know how to understand. You don't. And what happens is you keep looping when your journey is asking you to surrender, but you keep looping because you don't know what surrender looks like. You know that spirit has shown you your life. You know that this vision is very, very real for you. And you see yourself living it out. You see yourself being and doing everything in this vision. But you've done everything that you can do to get you there. Now you got to trust something called divine timing. You have to trust something called divine order. And this is how you know that you're not trusting that. Because you're tired. You're still on a hamster wheel in your mind. You go to sleep tired and you wake up tired because you have not released this thing. You have not let it go. It's like in order for you to fully receive it, you got to let it go. And that's something that we have to learn because we have always been in that way where our worth was determined by what we do and what we did. You know, that's how we were programmed. That if you don't do something, you're not going to get something. If you don't work hard for it, you're not going to get it. This is how we were taught. This is what we were programmed to believe about ourselves and our journey and that vision. But it's different now. Because you're going into a supernatural realm. And I know it sounds... Because when I first, asked Spirit, okay, what? Like, I'm seriously doing everything. Why is my finances still funny? Why is my, view count still low? Why is my monetization money trickling in? What? I'm doing everything. And Spirit gently remind me, like, okay, you got to trust divine timing. You got to trust divine order, because if you get it and you're not ready, then here we go all over again. So this infinite intelligence is so intelligent and so precise. And your journey is asking you to surrender when you get here and you know that you've done everything. You've done everything within your power. And now it's time for you to sit back. And this is not do anything. This is not that. This is time for you to sit back, do what you know to do, keep showing up, keep speaking from a truth and authentic place, keep embodying your highest truth. Because what's happening is you're finding the rhythm, the thread, the heartbeat that is your original holy heartbeat. You are out of the matrix. You're no longer in that way where you're trying to navigate and you wrestling and you in toil. You know what the peace feels like. You know that everything is aligning according to who you are being. And the more you spend time with that being, the more and more you're making room for things to work on your behalf. As long as you're in that hypervigilant state and you're forcing it and you wrestling it and you checking and you pulling that seed up, you're not in that rest. You're not in that rest and receive state. And your journey is telling you that it's time to surrender, babe. Like, seriously, you've cried. You've done everything within your power. I mean, you want this thing so bad that you got a tight grip on it. And Spirit is telling you now that it is time to release that grip, to let it go. Do what you got to do. Seriously. Do what you got to do to keep your nervous system regulated. Because, see, this is what another thing, and I kind of alluded to this yesterday in yesterday's video, when I said that just let it happen for you, that you really cannot force it. You can't force it. I don't even remember the title of the video, but I can't remember the title. But anyway, I did the video yesterday, and I was talking about how your journey is going to let you know that you can't rush it. You cannot move the pieces from the outside of your life. You cannot do that. And what your journey is letting you know now, that, okay, everything that is happening, everything that is coming in is something that you need. It's something that is going to be used in everything that you are remembering. So this is where you rest. Like, you can't rush it. You can't force it. I don't know what the damn title was. Anyway, I'm not going to edit this out because I am 60 years old and I don't know how to edit, okay? I don't know how to do all of that stuff that YouTube asks you to do. I don't. But I do know how to come forth with the truth, and I do know how to come forth with it in an authentic way, okay? So if you want my channel, this is what you're gonna get on my channel, okay? Because it's raw truth, all right? But everything that is happening that you cannot control, that you cannot make happen, it's your journey asking you, surrender this, let this go. Because you're trying to make it happen, and that's not your job. Your job was waking up. Your job was coming into the truth. Your job was unlearning. Okay? Now that you've done all of that and you see that vision, your job is to show up in that vision. Oh, let me talk about the current reality. Your current reality might ask you to do some things that you don't want to do because you know the vision. But you got to do what you got to do so your nervous system can be regulated to stay in embodiment. Because let me paint a picture for you. Like, say, for instance, you got a bill that you got to pay. And the only way that you can pay this bill is by doing something that you really don't want to do, like Instacart or DoorDashing or something like that. You don't want to do it no more, but you got to pay this bill. You got to pay that bill, okay? Because that, you paying that bill is going to keep you out of survival mode. It's going to keep you out of that mindset of survival. And that's going to keep your nervous system regulated. And that's going to keep you flowing and moving. Trust divine timing. And this is a form of surrender. Okay? When I was in that hypervigilant way, when I was like, you know what, no, it's the vibration. I'm not going to do nothing that I don't want to do. But see, the vibration is not what you are doing. The vibration is who you are being while you are doing it. So if you're coming forth with that resistance while you are doing it, that's what's causing your vibration to go down. But if you look at that thing in a different way, like I tricked my mind, okay, no, baby, I'm regulating my nervous system. Because my nervous system does not flow well if I don't have a place to sleep. My nervous system does not flow well if I don't have food to eat. So I see my vision, but I know that that vision is something that is happening. Because I'm trusting divine timing and I'm trusting divine order. So I'm going to feed myself and I'm going to house myself in the process of me remembering and coming into that vision. Baby, this is a synergy that is going to align you with everything that is yours. And this is what you don't know. You don't know how spirit going to do what spirit going to do. You don't know if you Instacart or DoorDashing or whatever you doing and you run into somebody that changed your entire life. See, when you got that grip so tight and you're trying to figure it out and you're trying to make it happen and you're trying to force it, you are not open to receive. And your journey is saying, surrender. Surrender. Change the game. Tell yourself when you're doing something that you don't really want to do, this part of it. Because I'm regulating my nervous system. Because my nervous system don't sleep good in a car. Okay? So I got to go get the money that I need to pay for this room for me to sleep in a bed. You get what I'm saying? My channel is all transparency. I do not wear masks. I'm too old for that. I'm too far gone for that. I don't care what people think about me. I have fully surrendered to my journey because it's like that dog that was sitting on a nail and you wondering why he's moaning and howling and all he has to do is get up off the nail. This is your journey, baby. Just surrender to it. You know the truth, but you don't have to force it now. You just gotta be. Alright? I'm Cassandra K. I love, love, love it here. I love this spiritual journey. And I am 60 years old and I am navigating it, okay? I have a master class that is coming up. It's the 444 portal. It's navigating the void. That sticky middle. What's happening in the middle? You woke up. You're not in your new timeline yet. You're in that middle. You're in that training ground. You're in that cocoon where everything is unfolding for you, where you're learning your natural rhythm. And I'm hosting a class on Wednesday, August 26th at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can find the payment link in the bio, and I will send you the Zoom link after you pay. The Zoom link is going to be sent out that Monday before the class. So the Zoom link will be sent out on the 24th. I would love to see you there. We are doing great things in the 444 portal. All right. I have a ton of videos on my page. And no, I don't remember all the name of them. But you're going to find what you need on my page because it's all about elevation. It's all about the spiritual awakening in the new earth and fully regulating your nervous system. All right. I love you.